All right, so Star Wars Outlaws is a game that a lot of people, at first, there was a little bit of hype for it, but then when people found out that Ubisoft was making it, we had to have the vultures come in to be like, oh God, it's Ubisoft. Sorry, I had to get a little dramatic. That before I look, for those who are wondering, yes, this is a review for Star Wars Outlaws. But before I get into it, I just gotta say, when you're someone, if you're in my shoes, right? I'm an influencer. I hate saying that, but it's true. I'm an influencer. I'm a content creator. I review games. I review tech. When you get to a point where you stop looking at, for the most part, your comments or stop looking at social media, you're a lot better off, because so many people have made this game out to seem like it's the most broken thing out there. Oh, they broke it, blah 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 blah. You see all the clickbait, all the rage bait, all the oh it's woke, all this other stuff, and I'm over here like, bro, it's a video game. Can we just play games and have fun again? You know what I mean? Like I'm just so tired of all the fake outrage. But anyways, all that out of the way. Hi, I'm Mekel Kasanova, aka Mekel Kasanova, Hawaii content creator, podcaster, and so much more. We are today going to be reviewing Star Wars Outlaws, and I want to give a special thank you to Ubisoft for providing me with a review code for the game for PlayStation 5, because I am also a Ubisoft creator. No, they did not pay me to play this game, because there's going to be some dumb fuck out there that's going to be like, oh, well, he was paid to like and play that game. No, I wasn't. I was provided a review copy. They just told me, hey, give us your honest thoughts on the game, put the video out, put your written review up, which I always do, a written as well as a video review. So yeah, all this aside, let's talk about this game, because I'm pretty sure you guys want to know if this game is any good, because I mean, we're about 2 minutes into recording, so you probably want to know. I think for the TLDR, this game is actually pretty fucking cool, especially if you're a Star Wars fan and you like the George Lucas era of Star Wars, because it's very much a love letter to that time. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this review. So, nostalgia can strike unexpectedly, much like a TIE fighter ambush, delivering a poignant blend of surprise and emotional impact. This was my experience an hour into Star Wars Outlaws, when a simple task, acquiring spare parts from Jawas, transported me back to my youth. As I maneuvered my speeder across the dune sea and glimpsed the Jawa's dark, towering transport under the fading suns, memories of watching Star Wars on VHS with a bowl of cereal in hand just came flooding back to me. Like, if you were like, look, if you grew up in the 80s, you grew up in the 90s, man, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, well, sucks to be you. I'm telling you how it was. But anyways, such moments punctuate Ubisoft's vast adventure, providing emotional depth that enlivens the gameplay at critical points. And despite early indications that Star Wars Outlaws would diverge from Ubisoft's typical open world blueprint, it often mirrors the familiar structure. Players assume the role of Kay Vess, a street thief whose life takes a dramatic turn after a heist gone wrong leads her to commandeering a spaceship and crash landing on Tashara. Survival means navigating the murky waters of the galaxy's underworld, juggling jobs for criminal overlords, and gradually carving out a reputation as a formidable mercenary. This setup quickly introduces a routine of main quests and numerous optional tasks, reminiscent of Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, or Watch Dogs. And yet somehow Outlaws distinguishes itself in several ways. Kay's adventures are enhanced by her beloved pet, Nyx, who can distract guards, fetch items, or access difficult to reach places, adding layers of strategy and emotional connection. And furthermore, the game intricately weaves Star Wars lore into its fabric. Players break into Imperial research stations, navigate dilapidated Republic ships, and infiltrate Hutt strongholds, each rich with details from the original films. These elements offer a treasure trove for fans, from recognizable droids and spacecraft to the stormtroopers patrolling Mos Eisley on dewbacks. The game's planets, and while they're not vast, are densely packed with engaging content. From hidden treasures in Tatooine's valleys to pirate hideouts in Akiva's swamps, exploration remains rewarding despite the frustratingly unwieldy speeder bike and the occasional space flight mechanic that just falls short of the iconic LucasArts combat simulations. However, these are minor detractions in an otherwise immersive experience. The on-ground missions combine parkour and stealth, navigating painted pipes and sneaking past high-tech security, which, while basic, evolve in complexity as Kay acquires new abilities like stealthier movement and inventive gadgets such as smoke, grenades, and more. Her customizable laser gun is reminiscent of Han Solo's blaster and adds a nostalgic yet functional touch to her arsenal. Beneath the surface gameplay lies a narrative that expands from a simple tale of survival into a rich story of alliances and moral dilemmas. As Kay builds her crew, including the battle-hardened droid ND5, she not only enhances her skills, but also explores the ethical dimensions of her actions and those of the rebel forces. The game not only draws on a Star Wars mythology, but it also pays homage to filmmakers like John Ford and Akira Kurosawa, whom George Lucas admired. While the game may lack the Jedi-centric narratives of titles like EA's Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, it caters well to the fans of the more roguelike aspects of the Star Wars universe. It offers plenty for fans to enjoy, from spotting classic droids and vehicles to encountering exotic aliens like the Chadra Fan in a cantina. If Star Wars Outlaws were merely another open world game, honestly, it would be passable, entertaining yet plagued by common genre cliches. However, the Star Wars theme transforms it, pulling each element into an engaging narrative that recaptures the magic of the franchise. Over the course of about 40 hours or so, I found myself revisiting the awe and excitement of my childhood, relishing each moment of familiar delight. And honestly, if you're a Star Wars fan, this game is going to be just majestic to you. Now, that wraps up the review for this game. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a rating on it because I think that's pretty important. And I'm going to give Star Wars Outlaws a 4 out of 5. And that's the review. Thank you to Ubisoft for providing the review code for the game for PlayStation 5. Again, I was not paid. And it's really interesting that people off top, they just assume, oh, you got this thing from this company, oh, you're paid. Now, I mean, granted, you could consider getting the game or the product as a form of payment, but monetary value, like going in and out of bank accounts, nah, homie, we ain't got it like that. Maybe if I was Ninja or, I'm like Epos Box or, somebody who's got, that type of a big name, maybe. But nah, I ain't getting paid over here. Y'all, if you want to pay me, hey, become a damn channel member. Become a Patreon supporter. Super chat this. Like, give us super things or something. Like, if I'm apparently getting paid, motherfucker, pay me. That's all I gotta say. All that being said, though, I'm signing out. I'm way more unfiltered. And this is gonna be the vibe going forward with the reviews that I do, because I'm just at this point, man. I'm just gonna shoot it just straight. And if it offends people, it is what it is. Grow a pair, go test some grass. But with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If you didn't, I don't really give a shit. It just is what it is. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay blessed. Have aloha. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. And we hope.